Hey, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Noah Shaw, or Fordsixfo, and today we have another progress video on the ranch/property, and we're going to be actually heading to South Texas to pick up some welding pipe for the fence on the front of the property, because we're going to be doing a solid cedar wall of all pickets along the whole way. So let's go ahead, hop in the work truck, and get headed to South Texas to pick up all this welding pipe for the property. All right, guys, it is the following day, and I went ahead and hooked the work rig up with the flatbed to my Big Tex gooseneck trailer, and we're going to head southbound Texas to pick up a ton of welding pipe, probably 50 plus pieces, load it all up on the rig, and pick up some red fuel for the skid steers and equipment to keep running them. But let's go ahead, get on the road. We got about a 3-hour drive with this unit. I'm super excited. And if y'all are interested in any of the lighting on the truck, go to my website, primemotorcompany.com. My truck here has the 32-inch strobe strips in the front, the 16-piece pure white rock light kit, and it has the 72-inch amber white strobes on each side as well. But guys, let's go ahead, hop on the road now, and pick up this pipe so we can get this fence all knocked out. And we finally made it all the way to South Texas. I'm picking up some sucker rod right now for the cross members on the fence to lay and tie the cedar post to. And then we're gonna go ahead, hop over to the yard and get loaded up with some welding pipe on the trailer and some red diesel fuel for all the equipment. All right, guys, we got the sucker rod all loaded up, and we're gonna go ahead, hop on the road, and go grab the welding pipe now. Finally made it to the yard to pick up some welding pipe for the fence, so let's go ahead and use the forklift and get it all loaded up. All right, guys, we are finally all loaded up and ready to hit the road back to my ranch to get all of this welding pipe installed and actually make a fence in the front. And I've got 500 gallons of diesel all loaded up. We went ahead, put 2 straps over the top and crossed 2 straps like an X over it. And I got an extra strap in the back for the ramps and the pipe. And then we've got 2 more up front. Load is all secured and ready to go. So let's go ahead, hop on the road with the work truck. And just making our first stop here at the gas station, made sure all of our straps are nice and tight all the way around. We're gonna go ahead, hop back on the road and knock the rest of this road trip out all loaded up. And we finally made it home with the load, and we had a little incident, had some oncoming traffic at the same time that a deer was right on our lane. I could only slow down a little bit, but literally there is no damage to the truck at all. I can't even see anything from the deer on the truck either, but we've got all the way home with the load all wrapped up. So tomorrow we'll go ahead and drop everything off at the ranch, but stayed all nice and secured all the way around, and we're basically good to call it a night and successful trip for picking up all this material. And it is the following morning. All the piles are burnt down, and we've got the work truck with the gooseneck and all of our materials finally here, and we can finally start building the fence and getting rid of the rest of the trees here. And then up front we've got a lot higher dirt on the front of the property that we're gonna have to level all out, and then we're gonna have a huge area to park all our trailers and just make it a lot easier so we're not rubbing on the ground just like this. Makes it really hard when there's such a big hill and slope on the ground to where your trailer just drags everywhere. But we're gonna get that all fixed and finally have some nice property with a nice cedar fence versus having all the cedar trees on the property. And yes, we are leaving some cedar trees, but if you didn't know, the reason why we take out the cedars is just because there's so many, and they really just soak up all of the water that needs to go to the oak trees and basically makes them all die off over time. So that's why we're going to get rid of most of them and make our way down all the way to the river the same. And it just looks so much better around here, all opened up. So stay tuned for more progress. But let's go ahead and get the work truck all unloaded now. And just like that, we're all unloaded and ready to back up the trailer and get the truck out of here. And it is another day out at the ranch, and today I am removing all of the old wire on the fence to start on our full cedar wall so we can lay all the welding pipe in. And I'm just getting everything prepped up and this old fence removed, but we're gonna leave the big posts on each ends up for extra support and just drop the fence the entire way on the one side. And we're gonna start taking out all these T-posts, put our masonry line down so we can make sure we line up the new fence perfect. And now today we're making it a lot easier with the forks on the skid steer, and then we got the work truck hooked up to a lot larger trailer now. We're just gonna keep loading all of these 7-foot pickets up on the trailer so we can build this fence completely. And just like that, we're all loaded up with cedar and ready to go drop them off and slowly start building the fence. And before we put all these cedar posts in, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of an oil change on the Bobcat skid steer, just so we can get some fresh fluids in this thing and get it back to work. We're gonna put the post driver in there and hammer all of our main welding pipes down into the ground. And got all the oil drained out. We're just gonna swap the filter, fill it back up with some fresh oil, and get it back operating. And I just went ahead and used the chain to get the T-post pulled out with the skid steer. And then we're gonna level out the surface so we can mount all the cedar posts flush. And we went ahead and brought out the other skid as well to start driving all of the main welding pipe posts in line to make the fence. And we went ahead and took down the rest of the fence that went across right here as well. On the property lines, we actually have a little bit more space to move the new fence out. And y'all already saw that we removed the fence on this side, but the gate coming into the property is just not right. So what we're gonna do is on the road here, we're gonna make the new gate come straight into the property. But I can already imagine how good it's gonna look with all those cedar pickets along the whole way as a privacy fence. And then we need to make a gate design for the front. And stay tuned for the next video because we got a ton of clearing done on the property as well that I'm super excited to show y'all. But enough talking about the fence. I'm going to show y'all the shop house one more time before we end off this video. We've been doing a ton of work to the upstairs, making it into my dream shop house. So I can have the shop down below and then my living space up top. And here's a little sneak peek at all the frame. You got to stay tuned for the next YouTube video though for all that. And let's just say we've been cutting and moving a ton of lumber, and that scissor lift just made it so much easier. Lift and load up all this lumber. And yes, the OBS has just been sitting inside here. It needs a little bit of clean from all that dust from the wood, but it is still for sale. If y'all are interested, head over to my page, Prime Motor Co. on Instagram or primemotorcompany.com for more information. I don't want to show off too much in this video, but let's just say some things that are finally closed in and we're about done with all the woodwork on this project. And I had a lot of y'all ask about the interior on the OBS as well, and there's some details on it. And the interior is practically in perfect shape all the way around. And the truck only has 119,000 total miles on it. Very mint condition. And guys, we've got a ton of progress done on the property in just a matter of weeks. And I've got a ton of content filmed as well, but it just takes a long time to edit it all together. So I'm going to go ahead, get back to work for y'all so we can keep all this content coming. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, comment, let me know what you thought about the video. And if you have any suggestions for the ranch or the shop house, Also, let me know in the comments down below because I'd love to hear from y'all. But other than that, I hope y'all follow along for the series and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything, because the next video, we do a ton of land clearing and we get the framing 100% complete in the next video. So it's going to be a really good one. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. But other than that, thank y'all for watching and I'll see you next time.